good. Now it's
So now
filming.
it's recording.
All right, there's your tranny. Okay, so now we know what you got a problem with the tranny besides being a piece of crap. It's broken. So there's the crack. Can you see the crack in the camera?
Yep. No, where's the light at?
You just have to hold this where I can see it, but I can't watch it.
Oh, put the other way. The other way. No. Right, no.
There's a crack all the way through there.
Right there. You
And
can
a
see
big
it.
one, big one down here.
You can see it right there. Yep, you can see it perfect in the film.
Get in the light just right.
Yeah.
So we got to decide if we want to use this or not. The bushing came out, and that's one reason because it's broken. So for your bike, it'd probably work, but it might break down the road the rest of the way and not work at all.
No, I don't want that happening.
Are you filming the ground again?
Yeah.
Good. Who's this?
My training.
Oh. What's wrong with it?
Let's see what else is fucked up on it.
Well, we got all this crap in here we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what that is yet.
Nobody even knows what that is. I don't even know. I should have took that tranny apart.
We know what this is over here. It's your favorite material. Ooh, look at that. Great seal on that.
Yeah.
We'll put that right there and reuse it for you.
Yeah.
I know you want to reuse it. You did a good job putting that on there.
Yeah.
We gotta take it all back apart now. Who put the red grease in there? Red oil. Is that you?
Yeah, that was Mike.
Yeah, Mike did that.
Mike and his. Oh, this bearing oil is the best stuff in the world. I told him I'd never used bearing oil before. I just used regular motor oil.
There you go. Worked.
You're not supposed to even use regular motor oil either, are you?
It works.
Yeah.
But regular oil in the old days was 50, 60, and 70 weight. So
Yeah. I would usually put 70 weight in it.
It wasn't 20, 50 like they have now, or worse. 10, 40, 10, 30, 5, 30. It was tight.
Yeah.
Turn your air compressor on yet?
No, I didn't turn it on.
Yeah.
I don't know how to turn it on.
It's on here, come on to the wall. It's still off. Yep, it's used. Must be out of your bike.
Yep, it's on my bike.
All right.
Well, that looks like a new seal.
Yep, it was new at one time.
At one time.
You didn't get dirty, did you?
Yeah, about.
You almost got dirty?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't want to get dirty.
Okay, we don't want to lose these screws, so I'm going to lay them back here with that carburetor float bowl.
Okay.
So remember they're back there.
Okay.
These are so small
They tend to walk.
they might come out of that fancy cleaning utensil over there.
Those work pretty good, those cleaning things.
I see the problem with your main shaft, there's no seal on it. Was that why it was leaking?
Is that what it is? There's no seal in there?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh?
Yeah, there's no seal.
Oh my God. God damn, man.
Seals came out in 65. What year's this training?
This is an early tranny.
Oh. Must be why there's no seal in there.
They didn't have a seal in early trannies?
Not until 65.
Oh, okay. That's why then. Well, isn't the bushing a seal in there?
Nope.
No?
Pushing. Now this is a fancy thing here at the end. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
But it's custom.
It's custom, all right.
Did you pay extra for that? That was your buddy up there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
See that right there?
Yeah, he paid extra to put that screw in there. See, instead of putting a screw in the ratchet that held it together, he put it over here.
God.
You don't need it.
Jesus. Did he drill a hole and tap it?
Yeah.
Just to put that screw in?
Yeah. And this screw here doesn't come up all the way for some reason. That's supposed to just fall out.
That one right there, right?
Yep. Look at that.
There it is.
Well, I can see why you had that screw over there, because there's no threads in there.
Is that why he did it?
See the lack of threads there in that hole?
No threads.
Nope. Somebody ran a drill bit in there too.
God.
And off center. See, it's real thick on this side and real thin on this side. So they drilled out a
God, I wonder who did all that
they
shit.
drilled out a broken screw or something, and
And put that in there.
well, they had to put that in there because nothing to keep it from falling out. Because that doesn't do shit. It's a waste of
Why
time.
didn't they just fucking put a Healy coil in it?
I don't know. Right now it's too big to be helicoiled.
Oh my god.
It's custom. I didn't know you had a custom training down.
Oh my god, I can't fucking believe it, man.
You paid extra for that, didn't you? Alright, I'm going to click it now.
God.
See if we can think this is a religious place around here.
Yeah. Saying, oh my god.
Keep praying.
I know it.
Better quit doing that. The more you do it, the worse it gets. You know, I better quit taking shit apart. But oh well, we gotta find out. So. You got a leak there, Dan.
Yep. It was looking pretty good.
I was doing good until I touched the kicker.
Now it's all coming out.
Oh, it's got a big leak going now. You know what the biggest leak was? Well, that's
What?
really tight there, too.
Yeah.
The biggest leak was when I pulled the bolt out, the whole stud came out the bottom. That could have been one of your leaks.
You know, when I told them to JB weld those fuckers like you told me to, they didn't do it, huh?
I don't know what.
I told them to JB weld
I
those
don't.
fuckers.
I doubt it because of one leaked.
I told them to JB weld those fuckers, dude.
Just not gonna come like this. Come on. It's coming off. Obviously, one of the studs is not straight.
Loose.
Bad.
Is it bad?
Either the shaft or the gear. My guess is the shaft because the gear is good. Where'd you get the kicker from?
Used one.
That's why. It's another good used part. Otherwise known as a used up part. Look at the junk coming off the bottom of that.
What is it?
I don't know.
I
Is it DD weld or is it goo?
I see it. I don't know. No, it's goo.
So that's custom transmission lubricant?
I guess so. Looks black and gritty.
That's custom transmission lube.
Gritty and black.
That was special for Dan.
Yeah.
Pay extra for that.
Yeah.
You did pay him extra, didn't you?
I'm paying extra right now.
You gonna get paid for this?
Yeah, eventually. If you can just
Yeah,
bear
that's-
with me.
The nut's tight. Nut tight, gear loose. That's combo. It's one of these three. I guess right. So you like that custom goo?
Yeah, I can see it. What is it?
Not gritty.
No?
Dirty oil.
Dirty oil?
Yeah. I think that's what was holding the tranny together.
Is that any good?
Can you see the square?
Yep.
Quite loose, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not the gear, is it?
Nope. Well, it could be, but
Can we use that kicker arm?
no, we have to do a little work. It doesn't matter. You want to use it, so we'll just have to do something. They've turned that way down in diameter and put oversized bushings in this thing.
Did they?
Yep.
They turned that down?
That'd be my guess. It's not very much bigger than the square. I thought they had more shank than that. Who knows? It might just be worn right there, real bad.
I think it's just worn, isn't it?
Yeah, same difference. Yeah, whatever. I'll figure it out.
What about the lid? Kicker covers, is it any good?
It's not broken.
Not broken?
No.
Okay.
It's all
Do you
right.
get the cotter key in there?
No, it's got a clip in
It's
it.
got a clip in it? Okay, that works then, huh?
Well, not if I pull up any harder than that because it's about all the way off already.
It looks like it's coming off.
It is.
God.
It's custom. Just like the stripped out bolt for the
Strip
sticker.
that bolt, huh?
But that's usable. That stuff is usable. Bearing's usable. Keep that over there. It's got lube in it. Keep it lubed. Alright. Ooh, they got a new nut in there. Hey, there's some more of that custom Dan lube.
What the fuck is that? Oh, excuse me, what is that?
I don't know. It's custom. What did I do with my punch?
You put them away, didn't you?
My little chisel.
That little one? You just had it here.
I know. Lost it already. Found it.
Find it?
Put it by my hammer. That works out good. They both kind of go together. There it goes. And they didn't lock this one.
Is there supposed to be a lock washer on it?
The lock washer is on, they just didn't lock it.
The lock washer's on it, but they didn't lock it?
And the nut's half rounded off too. Probably because they didn't have the right socket.
$350.
Plus the Dan lube.
Yeah, Dan lube. Was that the right washer?
Yeah. Do that. Paid extra for that. Uh-oh.
Rip.
Shit. I have to spend some money now.
Yeah.
It felt like one of those fancy steel ones, but it's just a hard gasket.
Is it?
Yeah, I got to invest in the gaskets on that one anyway. All right, is this one gonna come off?
I don't know. It's supposed to, isn't it?
Let me get the factory tool out. Okay, it didn't come off. Did you like that factory tool I had?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Look good.
Looked good until it didn't work?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll use my tools then.
Got it. I would have got it.
Use a filmer.
Film that puppy.
It's very important to put this on the chassis and screw it up. Wasn't very tight. Tight enough, but not very tight. Check out that custom key. It's all radiused over and half polished away.
It just fell out.
Yeah, that's pretty custom. It's supposed to be square section, rectangular section.
Is it?
Yep. Just about all gone.
Jim Specialties.
You're not advertising for him, are you?
Yeah.
He used that lock.
Huh?
He used the lock in there.
You used the lock in it?
Yep, it's even locked.
Hmm.
See right there. Brand new one too.
Is it a brand new one?
Brand spanking new.
Brand spanking new.
Facing some big bucks there.
Yeah. The whole $1.50, huh?
Oh, I think they're $2 now.
Oh, $2 now?
I think they went up a few years ago. We're going. Moving on. Must have been me. There it goes. How tight was that?
Wasn't too tight, was it?
Well, I didn't have to work very hard. Till I didn't put it on. We'll reuse it. Alright, my hammer. Make sure the cover's off before you hit it.
Okay.
Release the screws are out of the cover.
Yeah.
The cover comes off.
Cover comes off. Is it any good, or it looks like it's all gooped up?
There's no Dan goop in there.
There's no gang goop in there, huh?
What happened?
I don't know.
He must have ran out.
Yeah, they must have ran out.
Must have ran out of Dan goop. Oh, we didn't pull the shift shaft out yet. Punch for that. Alright, this one here goes through this hole right here with a long punch.
Yeah.
Pulls that out. The seal wasn't doing much.
Didn't have it in there, did they?
It's there, just wasn't doing much. Ooh, big dollars. Put new forks in it.
Is it?
They're tight too. Get your money's worth there.
Yeah.
Yeah, another new one. Nuts tight too. Half the ones I do, the nuts are loose.
Are they?
Yeah. That dog's pretty rounded off. You could have flipped to 180 and put it back in, it'd be better. That's something I would do.
I did tell them to use everything that they could. But I figured they'd fucking put it together half right.
You're expecting some of the parts to actually be replaced then, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe there's some rollers missing or they already filled down.
Really?
I'm going to go with they filled down. You got to make sure you pull the washer out. See the washer?
Uh-huh.
If you don't pull that out, cluster doesn't come out. And you pull the shaft out.
Any good?
A hell of a wear mark in there already. Feels like they sanded the hell out of it. Got a big acid itch right there. See that big water mark in there?
Yeah.
Where the bearings go?
Yeah.
So it'll fail.
It will?
At some point, yeah. Bearings.
There's the bearings, huh?
Looks like a new washer. Did put some parts in it. Looks like new bearings.
Does it?
Yep.
Used?
No, not a new washer.
It's a new one?
Yeah, see no wear marks.
Wow, they put something in there right, huh?
Yeah, you spent some money on a couple parts. I'd rather see a new dog in here than new washers. Bearings are definitely needed, but
There's a bearing right there.
yeah,
You don't care about it?
I saw it over there. Some,
Oh, okay.
some down there too.
Is it?
There's a bushing. See, dogs in the gear aren't too bad. But the dog itself is pretty rounded over.
Is it?
These are cheap.
They're not expensive?
No, they're like $20 part.
Hmm.
It's cheap insurance to just put these in new, so it always makes it start fresh.
That way it won't slip out of gear or go into
So you
gear?
can always flip it over so low gear, second gear gets to better gear. You can see it's worn off in places on both sides. That's a place where you spend a couple bucks. But see, second gear is really rounded over,
Mm-hmm.
so it's going to want to pop out a second. So we can go in there and cheat, regrind the face, and make it live for a little while.
How much is that gear?
New gear, they're probably, like all the gears, are like 50, 60 bucks for the small
God
ones.
damn, $50, $60.
But, like I said, you can go there and regrind it and use it.
Which is cheaper, regrind or did you put a new one in?
I work cheap, don't I?
Well, I know, but which is cheaper?
Well, you're cheap, so I might not do either one.
Just leave it, huh?
All right. Now we're going to get this out. So we're going to take these screws out over here on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Pull off the fingers so I can turn them. I shouldn't be able to do this by hand. Oh, good. Something's tight. Ooh, that's good. Something's tight, Dan.
Hmm.
One impact knocker.
Impact it off, right?
Use my hammer again. That one don't want to move. That one's really tight.
Is that where all the loose bearings are?
No, that's a ball bearing back in there.
That's the ball bearings one, back in one, right?
Yeah, these are just... These bend this whole plate down like that, so they got tension on it until you unscrew them a couple turns.
Okay.
They come out. These got Loctite on them or something. See how hard they're coming?
Yeah, I see that. We'll find out here in a second if it's got Loctite on it.
Yeah, it's coming out pretty hard. This one too.
They all are, huh?
Probably. Now the other two are not Loctite.
Well, is that good or bad to Loctite those?
It's not really necessary.
Just gotta get them tight, huh?
It's harder to take apart, that's all. Don't see no Loctite on there, but definitely going the holes hard.
Is the right thread pitch to the threads?
That one was.
Doesn't seem like it's the right threads.
These are quarter 24 thread
Everything on Harley's quarter 24.
on the old ones. Not the new ones. And that one has some Loctite.
That looks got Loctite on it, I can see that.
Yeah. Well, these here are a little bit harder to get out. Here, put one hand back there, hold that for me. Just turn that off.
Okay, there we go.
We're back. More Loctite.
It fucked up the whole tranny. Tatro always cleans his tools off after he uses them.
Yeah, well, I don't want to grab a dirty tool.
Yeah.
Okay, there's your bearing. Looks like a new one.
Does it look like a new one?
Looks like a new one. Alright, get this crap out of the way. I left all these tools laying out here. Alright, I gotta get the snap ring out to hold it all together.
Is there a snap ring in there?
Yes, there is.
How do you get it out?
We beat the hell out of it with a hammer.
You beat the hell out of it with a hammer?
Yeah, first we torque the main shaft here, which knocks the bearing out on this side of the case. We hold low gear with my fingers. I mean, high gear. Then you make sure you put the dog back up on the main shaft you just took off. Just doesn't want to go. There you go. See, now that's out. So what I do is I push it toward me with my fingers from the other side, and then we try to knock it back out. See, the bearing doesn't want to come out. So this does not want to come out easily.
Should it come out easy?
Well, we want it to come out easy, but it's not. You take something, jam it in there to keep it from moving. So I'm going to put that washer to work right there.
Okay. There she goes. Oh, that hit it again.
Bearing's coming out the other side over there. Because I wasn't holding the right part. Now we're jammed up on the other side. See how the rollers come out?
Yeah. Those ones you got to stick in by hand, huh?
Yeah, gonna kind of get them in there a little bit. Why those are going so tight?
Get a shot of those bearings. See the bearings in there?
I'm trying to get them to go back in, but they don't want to go back in the hole. There's probably a couple jammed in behind them. That's going to make it harder to get this thing apart. But not impossible. I still gotta get this a little more so I get the snap ring out. It's buried up inside the gear there.
Okay. Oh, it's something.
This bearing's over there. I'm flipping them all up.
Oh, this just came out.
Oh, that's just a clip. Just lays up on top.
Oh, okay.
Now, can I get enough room here to get into this thing or not? There we go. Can you see the snap ring right there?
Yep. I can see the snap ring.
Now these things are pretty much 100% wasted every time you take them in and out. So
Need a new one, huh?
yeah, because you pretty much destroy them getting them out. There's looking for the edge. I don't see the edge. There's an edge. See it right there. See the edge?
Yeah.
So you just bend it.
Just bend it to get it out, right?
Yep. Screwdriver. Once you get one side going, just kind of pop it over, see?
Yep.
Rotate the gear. Keep that side from going back in. And you got to kind of get underneath there with the screwdriver and kind of lift it up and shove it out at the same time, because you're trying to lift it out of the groove at the same time.
Oh, there's a groove in there?
Yeah, see, it's in a groove right now.
Oh, okay. Trying to get it out of the groove
Yeah, so
completely.
you try to get underneath it and pull it. See, I pull like this to pop it. That's why you destroy it every time you get them in and out.
Yeah, I can see that. So you got it now, right?
No, it's still a little titty on the end still. Be a problem. So it's just enough it'll pop right back in the groove if you're not careful.
I know. So you gotta work with both screwdrivers, right?
Yeah. Okay, now it's all the way out. Once it's all the way out, then the whole thing can slide off now.
Okay.
See, right now we're beating out the bushing over here in the case on the other side.
Uh-huh.
See how it's going through now?
Yep. That's how it's supposed to work, right?
Yep. Now, not every gear will go through there either.
Oh, really?
Some of the early ones, like maybe the reverse ones also, will not go through the case. They're too big. Other ones will. So if they can come out as one piece, you come out as one piece. This one's pressed onto the shaft here, so it's under pretty tight. This is where your low gear was bad. So this would make noise in low gear when you kind of a grinding noise when you drove it. See, second gear is not too bad. It's just, you know, it's old rust and stuff in there, but still usable. Anyway, those are kind of a pain in the ass getting out, but that's how you do it. You pull out this stuff. Get a washer in there. That's brand new too.
Was that a brand new one?
It was a brand new clip also.
Okay.
You see, this gear is fairly new. See how smooth it is?
Maybe they used a good gear on it.
Yeah, it looks like a brand new gear. Pretty
Maybe
close.
they put a new one in there.
It's got use here, so it's not brand new.
Okay.
Dog's a little bit rounded, a lot rounded.
Yeah.
Same thing, you put new ones of these in there because this controls your shifting. If you put a new dog in there, it can work with an old gear.
Can you?
Yeah, it'll work for a while, make it better.
Okay.
Now this here is all jammed up in there right now.
Those are the ones you got to stick in by hand, huh?
There's that Dan lube in there again.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to measure these bearings and make sure they're all standard when we go put it back together. If I cared about it, I could have separated them, but...
What's all that Dan lube on there?
That's grease there.
Is that grease?
That's grease.
Is that supposed to be like that?
Well, you grease the bearings.
Fluid grease the bearings, okay.
Just to hold them in there.
Okay.
See how bad that shaft, the gear was? See all the rust in there?
What would that have done?
Well, hear my nail catching it?
Yeah. What would that have done? Eating up the bearings?
It's going to flake out pretty quickly. 5,000 miles will probably be all pitted out in here.
Really?
Yeah. You might get 10 maybe, but probably more like 5. It's a shame too, because the gear's real good.
So I need a new one of these?
Yeah, it'll work for a while, but the thicker the grease is, the longer it'll live. But whenever you got that etching in there, it's gonna come apart. It's like a pothole in the road. It gets worse. It don't get better. You give it a place to start, it starts. The gear.
Anyway, can we sand it or anything?
Nope. It is what it is.
Well, I don't want a transmission that's only going to last 5,000–10,000 miles.
Well, don't drive much. The bushing isn't too bad.
No.
It's a little loose, but not too bad.
Well, where was it leaking from then?
There's no seal. They don't have seals in these early gears.
And so they just leak?
Yeah.
I thought if you put a new bushing in that would keep it from leaking.
No, there's no seal in here.
I thought the bushing was the seal.
No, bushing's a bushing.
So they just made the leak.
Yep.
But not bad, right?
If you don't put oil in it, it won't leak bad. It's an old bike. They don't give a shit. What do you get put a drain tube in the primary for?
Yeah, I know. They got a brain tube and primary, yeah.
You put gaskets on the primary and then you put a big drain tube in there
Yeah.
to drain right on the ground.
Yeah.
What for?
Yeah.
It's going to go on the ground anyway. Alright, so we know what the gears are, so.
Oh, there's more gears down there.
More rollers.
More rollers.
I'm looking at the bearing race that they stuck in there.
Is it any good?
Well, see the sanding marks in there? How they fit it with a sandpaper or something? I'm not sure what they fitted that with.
I can see that.
I doubt if that's very even.
I can see that. Yeah.
Have to turn the light on. The button on the bottom's the light.
Down here?
Up higher. Right there. See, it's really uneven down there.
Yeah, you can see it. It's high and low.
Yeah, so they didn't fit that with a hone.
They
might
use
use-
sandpaper.
They might use a ball brush or sandpaper. Who knows? Whatever it is, I bet it's not very round. Which is kind of what we wanted. Is round.
Are all those rollers going to be good to use again?
Yeah, it'll be welded. Yeah, see, this is all welded through here at one time.
That was all welded? That's all been welded right there, huh?
Yeah, but see the looks like a crack in there.
Where?
Mark right there.
Yeah, I see that. Did you go all the way through?
I'm gonna have to clean it up and look at it better, but it's either a scratch or a crack. Not sure which. I have to clean this all up anyway, so we'll go clean all this up. Come back and see what we got to work with. And shut that off. We'll go clean it all up. No more sports parts in there, is there?
I don't know.
We're growing sports parts with Big Twig now.
I might have put it in there.
Maybe. Didn't fall in there by itself?
No.
Okay.
Okay, what are you doing now?
I'm figuring out what the good parts are and what the good bad parts are.
Okay.
And then the bad parts we're not going to use, and the bad parts we'll keep because we're cheap.
Yeah.
Or you're cheap. I know
Yeah.
I'm cheap, but even I used to have no money. I forget which one it was.
Both.
Both?
Cheap and no money.
Oh, combination.
Yep, combination of everything. Cheap and no money.
All right. I don't like that part there, but we'll see. All right, this is good. This is good. You can see we still got the rust on it, but the teeth are good. Dogs are good. Forks are new, but I got to check to make sure they're tight. Second gear is kind of crappy. Wouldn't hurt to be fixed or replaced. The bearing area is good on the inside, not pitted, not flaked,
Okay.
not rusted. So that's good. Gear doesn't look that old. Looks pretty new. So you've got good tranny parts there. We know that doesn't fit the other part. We'll work on that. The dogs are worn, so we might make you buy some dogs just for the hell of it. Because I know you got a lot of money.
Yep. I'd like the transmission to last a little while.
In shift? You want 4 gears, right?
Yeah, I want 4 years.
Okay.
Shift a little bit.
3 wasn't enough for you?
I'm surprised it went in the 3rd gear.
I don't like all that rust, but it's smooth. It's good dogs. Bushing wasn't too bad. We lost our main shaft though. It's hidden somewhere. So we gotta check this gear to make sure. We know this is the right gear, but I gotta check the other gear. All looks good. This stuff isn't bent or anything, so that's a good sign.
And that's the shift where the shifter dogs go?
That's the shift drum
Shift drum
This is the
shaft.
fork shaft.
That's the
here.
fork shaft.
So we're just making sure it's not bent.
And it needs a new seal over here.
Well, I gotta put goop on it at least.
We're gonna put this on it, right?
This says 23. I keep counting 24.
I counted 24 too. No, it's 24. I counted them too.
But it's a fairly loose sprocket.
Yeah, I know.
So, something before the bearings get in the way. Make sure there's no extra parts in there. That, I'm gonna make sure it's correct. This looks good. That looks good. Weather looks good. And this side here was not good. A little bit of wear on that one. That's your indent for the drum. So that goes in here.
Okay.
Worn heavy, it will work. We'll see what I got. So I gotta check this stuff here out.
That I don't know about. That looks like it's cracked more now.
Well, now we got it greased off. You can see
We
it.
got all the grease and shit off of it, huh?
See the gap in there?
Yep, I see it.
Getting a light, we can see it.
Yep, I see that.
The cover is bent up a little bit, which doesn't surprise me. Did not necessarily make it not usable.
Think we could JB weld
See,
that?
that screw here was getting kind of crappy, and you can see the threads don't look too good.
Mm-hmm.
That was that one I didn't really want to torque down real hard. It'll work, it's just used. Matches everything else I'm trying to get together parts. Alright. It's definitely used.
Yeah, I knew it was used. I didn't know it had that much plane. They never told me that.
Yeah, well, every time you kick it, it breaks it free. So what we can do on that is we can do something about this. You can feel the wear with your finger.
Oh yeah, it's got that hump.
Mm-hmm.
But it's,
There is no easy way of fixing it. To fix it is you put a little bit of weld right here and you hand fit it until it goes together. You can see how uneven that is. Feel that? That's rust.
yeah, that's rust.
It's all low through there. It just comes down to how much time and effort you want to spend on a part that's no good. Just run it the way it is, and it is what it is.
Well, how long do you think this will last?
Well, we could try tightening up a little bit, but the thing is, it's bad as bad.
We already know we need a Healy coil in there, huh?
We got heel coil this. The cover itself is good.
Cover's good?
Yeah,
Okay. What about this bushing? Is that all right?
it's good. Fits the
All right.
shaft. I assume there's threads in there.
And it needs something right there, right?
Well, that there is trying to come
Is
out.
that supposed to be the washer?
In here?
Yeah.
No,
It's not?
no. It just takes up some of the slack. But the problem is they got the snap ring ready to fall off
Right.
because it should be down further. It's just kind of hanging there, but see if I keep wiggling on it like this,
It'll come off.
a couple more times of that, it ain't gonna be on there no more.
Yeah. Especially with all the pressure behind the,
Well, there's no pressure, just me with my finger right now.
I know, but I mean once you put it all together and that shaft is on
You go
there.
like that a couple times,
Yeah.
it'll come off. So the clip's not in there correctly.
That didn't take nothing, did it?
Well, it wasn't in the groove, it was just laying there.
It's the right clip?
It's just an E-clip. See, they only have the full groove open because this washer's too big.
Well, what'd they put that washer on for?
Tighten up the slot. It's not coming up either. There it goes. That's how it's supposed to be. See, it's a later shaft, it's not the early one. It goes in here anyway, but
Is it the wrong shaft?
for this year, yeah. But
Is that the
stuck it
right
in-
one of these?
but see, they stuck it in there to take up a lot of that gap. The problem is the washer's too big, you can't get the clip in there all the way where it belongs.
Mm-hmm.
So I need a smaller washer in there. Or not even use one in there at all. Yeah, it's just mismatched parts. Me, I'd put a little bit thinner of a washer in than what this one is, and then get the clip in there where it belongs all the way.
Was that the right clip?
That's the right clip for this design, but it's not the right clip for this cover.
For that cover. Okay.
So it's just stuff we gotta play with a little bit. More junk that don't fit right. So this needs to be worked on if we're gonna keep it. If we are, because we're on. This here all looks like it's okay.
Okay.
Feels good. Obviously low gear is not very good, but the rest of the Trinity's not that good either, so we're alright. This main shaft is new recently. There's no grooves in it or wear marks.
It's a new main shaft?
Relatively new.
Is it?
It might be brand new. It's rusty here, but you said it sat for 3 years.
Yeah, it's sat for 3 years.
I said, there's your used bushing, so
Yeah. So we need a new bushing in there, right?
yeah, it's usable, but it's loose. You can put a new one in it.
Can we put a new one in it? Be a little tighter?
It'll be a lot tighter.
Let's put a new one in there.
Yeah, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want to do.
No, let's put a new bushing in there.
It'll
That'll
work.
keep it from leaking too.
It'll work the way it is. It'll make it leak less, yes.
Yeah.
Ideally, you put the gear that has a seal in it. But that's why we're using the nut right here to seal it.
Right.
That's the seal now, but
Well, with the bushing in that nut, it should hold, huh?
it'll hold better, yeah. The tranny case, we were looking at that and we saw it was kind of crappy. So at one
And
point,
welded all over.
at one point it was cracked all the way through here. So this has all been remachined. That's why that's like that, because they didn't drill it right. You can see the crack right through here.
That ain't gonna work, is it?
Goes up through the hole and out through here. It goes through all this where all this JB was. See, it comes up through there.
Yep.
And up into that hole.
What causes that?
It goes all the way across like that. The JB oil, because it's probably full of porosity all through here.
Too much oil?
Something broke.
Too much oil to weld?
Yeah, this is usually like a low gear broke. You know, like this gear here broke, the big one.
Uh-huh.
The big one out. This one's right over here. So if this breaks, a tooth breaks, they come two together and splits the case open or moves it up or it gets jammed in there somewhere. But I don't really see any jam marks down in there. But something caused that to come up this way. The other thing that was in, you could have fell down and the cover here, all that would have pushed on the stud and ripped the stud up and cracked it through like that. That's the other way it could happen. Either of those two things can cause that problem. There's another leak right there.
What is that?
It's a crack.
Is that a crack too? Another crack?
The bolts. Somebody put the bolt in too far. See, it's all pushed up. It's all spiderweb crap, so that's a leak. Somebody put too big of a bolt in. So the quick fix is the JB weld over it to seal it.
Okay.
The other quick is you take it apart and you weld it up right there. If you don't do that, it's just going to leak down through this bolt. It'll never stop. You got that issue. This is all sand in there. I'm not sure what the fit is. It doesn't feel uneven, which is a good sign, but that doesn't make it straight either. It's just not super bad. And obviously this has been all welded through here, and it feels like it's sticking up high through here.
Put on a level. Oh yeah.
So it's low right here where it's been undercut.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit uneven there. That in itself is not a major issue because the cover will flex and go over it. We'll just run a file across here a few times and kind of level it out a little bit and call it done. It's not worth spending lots of time trying to save it. This mark here doesn't look like it's a crack because I don't see it in the inside here anywhere. Of course, it's a corroded case, so it's hard to see through corrosion, but
The case been sitting a while, huh?
yeah, but said I don't know what that is, so hopefully it's just the them grinding on it. Just left a mark that way. But this is definitely all weld through here.
And then they JB welded it?
I don't know what the JB weld's in there for. My guess is underneath here it's it's JB weld there or not. This is JB weld from here to here.
Is it?
Not aluminum.
That's just to level it out then.
Well, we'll find out. Put a file across it. My guess is it's going to come out gray. Now, all files have a bow to them. That is not the file bow. That is the case not being very flat. And that is JB weld.
JB weld.
Oh yeah.
So they welded it on, and JB welded over the top.
They filled the gap, yeah. JB weld file.
Is that a JB weld file?
Yeah, works good for that.
Does it?
I think it was made for something else.
Looks like a heavy rasp.
Yeah. Pretty hard. File feels sharp, but it ain't cutting. See how it's polishing?
Mm-hmm.
Go back to my other file. It's getting a little flatter. Key, you gotta keep moving around. See how it cuts over there?
Mm-hmm.
See the hot spots?
Mm-hmm.
Smell it too.
Is that what JB weld smells like?
Yep. A little better.
Is that a crack right there?
That's where the weld was all in there. This is all weld from here to here.
That's all weld?
Yeah, that's where they welded this whole thing up. It was all broken. On the low right there now. Took a little bit too much off, but it's getting flatter because now these low spots get so low. So the gas could go in there and feel the void up. At least now it's a lot flatter than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I gotta blow all this stuff off and go look for some used parts. Clean this all up and go see plastic parts.